Howdy guys, this is CoreCat13. I'm a woman with a deep voice, and apparently I am a masochist, because I just beat Mario 2 in one setting. Like, I'm not kidding, I beat Super Mario Bros. 2 in one sitting. I don't know why. However, I'm just gonna say this, I'm so sorry for the commentary in that, it was terrible. But let's move on to a new game. In this case, Super Mario Bros. 3. Immediately an improvement over the original. And, yeah, they apparently still have that typo from the Japanese version. That's interesting. Though I do like this version of the logo a lot better. It just happens to have the, tail in the background. But anyway. We're just slowly working our way through, aren't we? Anyway, let's hop on in, shall we? Not really a whole lot to say about this game that hasn't already been said. But honestly, I'm just happy I'm playing this game because I am way more familiar with Mario 3 than I am Mario 2 because I used to play this game a lot on Game Boy Advance. And I'm not kidding, let me tell ya. I really enjoy this game. This game and Super Mario Bros. 2, man, I tell ya. You want nostalgia? Well, this is it right here. Yeah, I was actually trying to tell a story about Mario 3 and Mario 2, but I never did actually get to tell it, so I guess I can tell it right now. Back when I was younger, I think I was like... yeah, I think I was 10 years old. And I used to go to my friend Cody's house. Keep thinking this is another game. And we would constantly try to play Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3. And Cody, he was so bad at both games. But we would always try to tag team playing Super Mario Brothers 2 and 3, especially 3. I would usually be Luigi, and obviously I would get further than he would. But the funny thing is that even then, I kept dying left and right because, you know, we were kids. We were just really impulsive and just kept running around like idiots. So we didn't... I will stop doing that at some point. I don't know why, it just feels natural hitting the pause button. But yeah, those were the days. Just trying to beat Super Mario Bros. 3, and I don't even remember how far Cody got. Like, I don't know what world he ended up in. But, I know for a fact that he would... I don't know. He never got any of the secrets or anything. I think he did get, like, a warp whistle or something. So, that just kind of counteracted myself. But yeah, so, I don't know. I would always try to get all the secret exits and all that. You know, there really aren't any secret exits, but you know what I mean. Like, try to get all the secrets and all that. And, I don't know, we had a fun old time. And then we would just have, like, mac and cheese or, like, graham crackers or something and watch Arthur. Hell, we did that even, like, as teenagers. That was something real fun right there. Ah, mercy. So many stories to tell, so little time. Yeah, this was another one of those games I used to play a lot on my NES. This and Super Mario Bros. 2 were basically all I played, alongside the original Super Mario Bros. And I got really good at the original Super Mario Bros., though Mario 2 I was always bad at, which is probably why my performance in that game was really bad. I would always forget, like, little things about Mario 2, but Mario 3, I don't know. This is a game, I guess, just felt more like the original Super Mario Bros., so felt more adequate to play it, I guess. So, I don't know, I just ended up getting pretty good at this game. I mean, obviously I haven't died yet, so yeah, I don't expect to die until like probably World 2. Like World 2 or World 3. Like World 3 is usually where most people die because of that damn fish. I'm just gonna ignore the whistle. I'm not doing any like secret exits or anything, so it's gonna be the same thing like the original Super Mario Brothers. And Super Mario Brothers 2 USA, I'm not bothering with secret exits because I just find it pointless. Now, a little bit of trivia, actually. The door in the Japanese version of Super Mario Bros. 3 actually was, like, toward the center of that room. Like, I think it was, like, 3 or 4 blocks away from the edge of the room. Which meant that if you ran to the end of the room, you would basically just be screwing yourself. So, there's that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and save. Apparently I wanted to save again. But you know, it's so entertaining. It was so entertaining the first time. I had to do it a second time. It was crazy, man. Alright. You know what? I didn't really do any coin heavens in Super Mario Brothers. I'm not really going to do that here. Even though it's really tempting. I really want to. And actually, I was going back and forth for a while before I decided to just kind of record Mario's 2 and 3. Whether or not I want to do the GBA version, because that's the version I find to be more entertaining, just simply because I love all the stupid voice clips. I like the intro and exit cutscenes and all that. And plus, I have a secret of how you can play as Luigi. Essentially, what I would usually do is I would just kill Mario by donating all my lives to Luigi. And, in doing that, I would kill Mario in level 1, and then from, I think then on, I would just play as Luigi throughout the rest of the game. Because he had different physics, it would make the game actually a little harder. So actually, this right now is actually pretty simple. What? Dude! No way. Okay, so what you're seeing right there, that's a treasure ship. Those things are near impossible to get. And I got it without trying. Like, seriously, I was just commentating and just talking about my dumb stories, and then a freaking treasure ship shows up. Holy crap. Man, count myself lucky there. I think this is the game taking pity on me. It's like, I'm sorry about Mario 2. Here, have a money ship. That way you can earn some extra lives. Yeah, money ships are pretty interesting. I forget exactly how they're triggered, but they're incredibly difficult to trigger, and the fact that we managed to get one to show up at all, that is mind-boggling. Because it always replaces the Hammer Brothers stage, and oh my god. That is just... wow. I am dumbstruck. I literally just lost my train of thought, and I just got all mushrooms. Which, that's another thing that's actually pretty tough to get. Actually, I'd say the hardest thing to get is getting all fire flowers. If you're trying to get all fire flowers, that's borderline impossible. Like, I think I've only gotten all fire flowers, like, maybe a handful of times. Same with this treasure ship, although I will admit I actually did get a treasure ship in, like, my playthroughs I had with Cody. I actually would get treasure ships, and I think I actually figured out how to do it at one point. And I would always impress him. Like, that was always our goal, just trying to get the treasure ships and stuff like that. But man, those were the days. Like, we would write stupid little stories and stuff, and actually, I think some of my first ideas for YouTube videos actually came from Cody, so yeah, you can kind of thank him for, like, me wanting to be a YouTuber, so... Yeah, there you go. We also got a Starman, how about that? Can't go wrong with Starman. Well, let's see what we get. Mushroom! Well, I guess I gotta have mushrooms. Yeah, well, whatever. The interesting thing about the All-Stars version of Super Mario Bros. 3, they actually replaced what the Kings originally got transformed into in the NES version with Mario standard enemies. In this case, he got turned to a Cobrat, which is a very unfortunate fate because Cobrats suck. I mean, we just dealt with them in Mario 2, so we already know how bad they suck. Now we get probably some of the more interesting stages here in, here in the Mario series, which are the airships, which made their debut in this game. I don't know, I always called them Doom ships, like when I was younger, and I was watching The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3, because I had a DVD that had, like, episodes of Super Show, which obviously had the most of those. It had, I think, 2 episodes of Super Mario Bros. 3, and then an episode of Mario World, which, by the way, that fucking show is terrible. No, I actually kind of like the Mario 3 show. Like, I am not a fan of the Super Show, though I've kind of warmed up to how dumb and cheesy it is, but good fuck that. That Mario World show is fucking horrible. It's also educational for some reason. I don't understand that. But the Adventures of Mario 3 I thought were actually legitimately okay. I like the new voice cast, and the animation's actually pretty good. Like, by comparison. Like, out of the 3, I think the animation in that one's probably the best, so... there's that. And oh my god, he mentioned heaven! How dare he! I love this added, like, little... I like the added jingle added to Peach's thing. It's very nice. Now what she's referencing there is actually booze, which we'll be encountering in the first fortress, or the second fortress. But yes, Mario 3 actually was a pretty big trailblazer. Like, so many of the Mario standard things, they actually started here. Like, Mario 2 introduced a lot of stuff on its own. Like, it introduced Shy Guys and stuff like that. In fact, that was the game that introduced Bob-ombs. Like, we saw a lot of those assholes in the last few worlds, and God, I don't ever want to see those again. Like, I think this Let's Play has kind of ruined Super Mario Bros. 2 for me. And it's one of those things, like, I realize why I don't finish that game and just how hard it is. It's crazy. But man, Mario 3 right now, I forgot how, I don't know if it's, like, easier or whatever, but it's just the fact that, I guess it's because I have so much experience with Mario 3. They're playing it on the Game Boy Advance that I'm just stunned by how fast I'm getting through a lot of this, because, to be honest, I thought I would be screwing up big time. Though again, I think that'll just kind of show up in World 3, so... don't you worry, audience, there will be a lot of failure at some point. Especially when a certain giant fish shows up. God, I hate that fish. Or as the great Super Skarmory once said, or called it, the Big Fishy. Which for a while, that's just what I call it. I call it the Big Fishy. I dreaded it then, and I dread it now. Anytime a giant fish shows up in a Mario game, my asshole clenches a little bit. Okay, let's see, there's Shroom there, Shroom. Let's see here. Yeah, 10 coins there, 10 coins there. That means the rest are Starmen, so here we go. I used to actually have this particular one memorized. But nowadays, because I don't see it that often, haven't really memorized it, so anyway, on to the next stage. Now the letter mentioned boos, and we are about to encounter them. Also, I love the new background. It's just nice. Yeah, there he is. Fucking assholes. Funniest thing is that they were called Boo Diddlies back in the day. Like, it literally had Boo in quotes, and Diddly was, like, their actual name. Though obviously it just got abbreviated to just Boo, so there's that. Just storm past these damn thwomps. Which anytime I see a thwomp, it's just like, I always get a little intimidated because, I mean, imagine seeing a giant sentient stone thing staring right back at you. Hell, I'd rather deal with the boos than deal with those fucking thwomps. Imagine how fucking heavy those things are. It's crazy. Though honestly, Boom Boom is about as fucking useless as he's always been, so. There we go. Boom shakalaka. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and visit that mushroom house, shall we? Apparently Shigeru Miyamoto, whenever he was like talking about how the mushroom really? Fine, whatever. Shigeru Miyamoto actually said that he actually thought of the layout of this map here in very similar terms to a board game, which, to be honest, the fact that this game already has been confirmed to be a stage play within canon, it would kind of make sense that these would be like board games, or like maybe it's just like kind of set dressing or whatever. I don't know. I'm sure there's some sort of logical reason for the board map or whatever. I don't know, maybe Mario started merchandising, who knows? And that's just like a Mario board game. And like you select it and then you, then it's just like you have to beat a certain number of challenges. Or who knows, maybe even just the Mario-verse is the video game, who knows? I'm kind of surprised that Super Mario Bros. 3 never made or not Super Mario Bros. 3, fuck. The Mario movie never made mention of that, because the Mario movie was so good about like making cute little references while keeping it fun. Anyway, oh god. I don't like that thing. The angry sun, my mortal enemy. I mean, the sun's already my enemy, but god, that thing is just creepy. And somehow they made it even creepier in Super Mario Maker 2. Like, for some reason, in one of the updates or whatever, they included the angry sun as one of the enemies you could choose. And somehow they made it even creepier in the new Super Mario Bros. U style. I didn't even know that was possible. Like, the angry sun's already a creepy fucker, but they made it kind of look like Banto a little bit. It's just, ooh. I don't know why I keep getting these fucking mushrooms, but whatever. He's fine. And what I wanted was a fucking flower, but whatevs. What I really need is that beautiful block right there. But you know what? That can wait. Man, get out of here. Nobody wants you. Stupid boomerang, bro. Oh, first death. About time. I was wondering when that was going to happen. Oh, I see. It's the X button that activates it this time. Taking a dump. Wow, that was hard. Just that was so difficult. I would cry if I had to encounter that again. Man, that was pathetic. But you know what? It's just a cute little enemy gauntlet, so there we go. Now we're at the turtle shell. Knock that into what I need. Just what I needed. Grab this. I think it was the first game that actually introduced the idea of Mario being able to grab things, too. Kinda cool. Then I got kissed by a Koopa. Wow. 2 deaths in a row. 2 times in a row, man! Alright, whatever. Let's go ahead and utilize the Fire Flower. And get out of here. Get out of here with your bad self. I don't even want the leaf anymore. I have Fire Flowers. Yeah, and that's another thing they actually kind of changed for the All-Stars version. They made the Fire Flower behave, or at least the costume, look way more like the original costume, so I think that was for the better. Whoop. And one thing I find very interesting is the fact that Boomerang Bros are actually way more common in this game than just the Hammer Brothers, which I find very strange. Kind of like Nintendo has kind of a weird fascination with the Boomerang Bros. Because, like, earn an extra life. Because even in, like, more recent 2D games, Boomerang Bros seem to be more common. I guess because of the way its thing behaves. It's easier to deal with, question mark? I don't know. It's weird. But now we got a frog suit. I always like that little lake over there. That's a neat little detail. I always just grab a Starman, just ram into these bastards. There's something satisfying about killing those fucking assholes. Now we've finally defeated Hammer, Bama, and Flare. Well, actually, we haven't met the Hammer Brothers yet, so we haven't met Hammer yet. But we have met Booma. Or Bama, I guess. Mario, why do you keep liking... This is the same problem we had in Mario 2. And Mario now just keeps liking bouncing in and out of doors. Then again, this is just something that happens to me anytime I play a 2D platformer. I don't know if it's because my thumb rubs up a little bit against, like, up and the thing gets confused. I don't know. It's been one of those things I really wish they would have fixed. But they did not, so whatever. Alright. Well, bye. Well, now I'm sad. I lost my 13th life. I like that 13th life. It was awesome. Alright, let's see another round of the tarot cards. Alright, so it's this one. So that means this one's here. This one is the 20 coins. And that's nope, that's an extra life. Well, okay then. At least we got a Fire Flower out of the deal. Never against Fire Flowers. I don't know. Like, the leaf and the Fire Flower are the two things you need to have on your person at all times. Kind of like, reminds me of 3D Land a little bit. Or in Mario 3D Land, those are the two power-ups you basically need at all times on that one. You basically just... It was basically just the Tanuki suit. Then again, 3D World, they made the cat suit overly useful, but at least in that game, they actually gave far more purpose to all the power-ups instead. I miss when power-ups were useful. One reason I like the older games. Oh god. I just dealt with that thing not even an hour ago. Fucking hoopsters. 2 Mario 2 enemies in a row. It's almost like this game is just rubbing it in my face just how bad I sucked at that. One thing is appropriate that a Mario 2 enemy made itself known here in the World 2 Castle. Now we're on the next Doom ship. By the way, did I ever explain, like, why I call these things Doom ships for the longest time? It's not just because I was a derp, but that was part of the reason. It was actually because that's what the airship was called in Super Mario Bros. 3, the show. they always called them Doom Ships. So, that's what I ended up calling them. Mario 3 Show also did something very strange when it comes to, like, the piranha plants. They actually gave them eyes. I don't like that they gave them eyes. Ironically, the original show was actually a lot closer in that regard to what they actually were designed to look like, so I don't know why the fuck they decided to give them eyeballs. It just made them weirder. And now it's time for Morton, who has not quite grown to ground pound. He has not become one of the powerhouses. He's now dead. I feel satisfied. Him and his fucking kiss-looking ass. I'm sure everybody's made that reference at some point. Ah, the magic twinkly sounds of falling back to the ground. Now, that guy's just boring. I mean, seriously? That guy doesn't look like he should be ruling over a desert kingdom. He should at least be wearing some cute little slippers. I love that they still call it Karibo shoe. They didn't even correct that. But Princess Peach just gave us a lovely item in the form of the Karibo's Cloud. Or I think it's Lakitu's Cloud, actually, which will allow us to skip levels, so that's helpful. But anyway, I think that's a pretty good place to stop the first video of Super Mario Bros. 3, so next time, we take on World 3. See you guys later.